So, going forth with the next topic, our next topic is health and fitness related. Specifically, it's called intermittent fasting. If you guys don't know what it is, it's basically you don't eat for a certain period of time and then you eat on a time schedule. Some people might say that it is a diet, but it is not. It's not restricting yourself of certain foods that you can eat, but it's more of not how you eat, but when you eat. So
We're seeing this like make a comeback basically because of COVID, and so many people have been home, and like all these other statistics of domestic violence and all these other things coming up, we're seeing that a lot of people are just eating and they're not really working out as much because gyms are closed. So
Fuck
we're
you, Gavin
seeing,
Newsom.
yeah, we're basically seeing a massive like uptick in like people gaining weight, and so intermittent fasting is making a huge comeback.
So, as I've said, the benefits of this is weight loss because due to fasting, the body usually uses, carbs and then protein and then fat as the last resort. So, if the body doesn't have, anything left or any carbs or any protein left to burn, it'll go to, the cells that have the fat and use that as a means of energy to burn. Especially is beneficial to exercise too, because when you're at a fasted state, you need energy to, to burn or energy to, produce certain movements, do these exercises. So when the body is like, oh, I don't have carbs or any sugars to, use, I can just go to the fat storage and use that. So in return, that is what allow people to lose weight and to burn that fat off. And it is crucial during exercise as well because, throughout the day you are burning calories, but specifically in terms of exercise, it is crucial because you're burning more because the body demands more to for energy purposes. Yeah.
So like, it demands more, as in like, you start eating more and all that stuff like that. So like, do you mean like as the further you go down intermittent fasting, the more you're gonna have to start eating? But it wouldn't be like you get fat because obviously you should be exercising while you do it at the same time.
Yeah, and in terms of eating, in order to lose weight, of course, you have to eat less, and if you have to calculate your caloric intake, so basically the amount of calories you need to maintain, energy levels. So if you lower that down, let's say your average or your daily intake is like 2,500. In order to lose weight, you need to bump it down like 200 calories. So in terms of intermittent fasting, that'll help too, because you're eating throughout the day, and after every meal, I believe like 4 to 6 hours after your body goes into a fasted state, and then once you're in a caloric deficit, after everything has been burned, there's nothing left to burn, right? All of the food that you've eaten has been burned. So
That's when it starts going to your
to the fat
muscles
stores,
and
that's what I
fats.
mean.
Okay.
And that will burn, then the body will burn that, which will cause weight loss, and people will be happy. So in terms of a clinical standpoint, Philip will kind of add on to that.
Yeah, so the benefits of intermittent fasting are good. It could also kind of, depending on what you eat as well, like you said, when to eat, but also what you eat could also put you into another kind of sub-diet or mixed diet with it. So everyone's heard of the keto diet, and basically the keto diet is a high-fat, high-protein, low-carbohydrate diet, right? So, for example, if you...
Wait, it's high fat?
Yeah, high
Whoops.
fat. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Whoops. So, again, like he said, the body uses carbohydrates first, but with the keto diet, you'll use more fat you eat and your reserves than the carbohydrate used, and that'll put you in a state of ketosis, which is basically the concept behind the keto diet. And during your metabolic processes, so normally, if you were just to eat normally, your body would go through cellular respiration, which is basically the breaking down of glucose or carbohydrate molecules into a unit of energy, which is called ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. And you can think of this as like individual, I would say, Duracell batteries, right? Or like even a rechargeable battery. You plug your phone in, right, and you use up 100% of your energy, you can just restore it. So that's how you make ATP. But ketosis is different because ketosis, you use these things called ketone bodies. Ketone bodies are kind of different from glucose molecules because they're synthesized in the liver. And ketone bodies are actually, at least in research, it's a lot more beneficial because ketone bodies can cross the blood-brain barrier. Not a lot of things can cross the blood-brain barrier. Glucose can, but ketone bodies is also another thing, so it can provide energy to the brain, energy to the heart to keep pumping. And also, if you look at
So it's like a superhero diet.
yeah,
Okay.
and then if you look at like net gross outcome of energy, if comparing 100 grams of acetoacetate, which is a type of ketone body, it produces 9,400 grams of ATP versus just 100 grams of glucose. So that would be like, I don't know, just eating bread straight without doing the keto diet. You would only produce 8,700 grams of ATP. So there is a big difference. And the keto diet also has the benefit of increasing like antioxidant capabilities. So it basically it keeps you more healthy. And but the keto diet, everyone should be careful with it because people with traditional high cholesterol, like genetics or heart problems, the amount of fat you eat is going to be a lot. Like, I don't know if you guys do this. I do this. But like if I see a steak, right, I don't know, like a ribeye or something with like a lot of fat, I would usually cut that out, like, right?
Yeah.
But then for people, yeah, sometimes. But people on keto, they would probably eat a large majority of the fat than we would cut out, right? And then that increases the chance of you getting high cholesterol, which is dangerous, but if properly done, the keto diet can be very beneficial.
Okay, so make sure, like, hold on, just make sure I got this straight. The whole point of keto diet is to eat stuff that's low in cholesterol, low in carbs, high in fats, and high in protein and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the whole point of it is just sort of to train your body to switch it to where your body gets used to burning fat
Yeah.
more effectively
Okay.
and gives you more energy.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you don't want to use muscle glycogen because your muscles need their own source of energy. And if you start using muscle glycogen, that's when you see like,
Muscle atrophy and stuff.
yeah, like if you like starve yourself, like I don't know if you've seen like movies where people starve themselves, right? They're all skinny. That's when you start losing muscle mass. So yeah.
So, at the end of the day, as Sunny said, with this whole keto diet, I mean, intermittent fasting can aid in this, and it will speed up the process too because, you know, your diet it's solely comprised of fat and protein, and once those are burned off throughout the day, and through exercise, then the body will be like, oh, there's more fat that I can burn, so you get to lose more. So
Right, so it helps with your energy levels because it keeps your carbs, your basic energy molecules for people, and it also doesn't burn off your muscle protein and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. When your muscle, keep them guns big and bold, baby.
But
go ahead.
But one thing should be said is that we're not medical professionals. So if you want to try the keto diet, definitely get a consultation with your doctor to see if you have any underlying conditions that could affect you. Because the worst thing you want to do is, or the last thing you want to do is go on something that you think will help you, but then in the end it'll just mess you up.
Yeah, make sure you know about like your genetic predispositions for like whenever you start any sort of new diet and stuff like that.
Yeah. And
Or
also,
you should know it in general.
yeah. And also be careful of fad diets, like from,
Diet pills.
yeah, diet pills,
cleansers.
juice cleansers. Like you see, like I don't know, people like Kim K produce or not.
I heard like
produce.
when you don't eat food and you like try to do like those cleanses and stuff like that, like juices, what you inevitably end up doing is putting your body into a state of like almost panic to where it holds on to the fat because it can use that as storage. Because it uses it as what it's intended.
needs it to survive.
Yeah, it needs it as survive and be like, this is the last resort fuel for me, and it'll burn that off last.
But okay,
Or
adding on
hold
to
off
that,
on voting-
like when
burning
you're
it off.
depriving yourself so much, don't you isn't the urge to eat like or to binge like greater too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just go all out.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why that the whole like cleansing and these fad
Fad diets,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly can be beneficial, but most of them are not that great. So
Like I've seen things like the water diet, or like
Huh?
I
okay,
forget
50 Cent did it, dude.
yeah, I forget how exactly it worked.
No, are you serious? Like, you just drink water?
I think
Yeah.
that yeah,
It sounds like you want to kill yourself. That's not
I know.
ideal. Don't ever do that.
water's healthy, but too much of a healthy thing can be bad.
Yeah, like if you drink, like there's been cases of it before. I think one of them was some woman was trying to win a game show.
Oh yeah,
It was like
Yeah. She drank too much water and diluted her blood and died.
yeah, she messed up her kidneys. And then like I even see this thing where you mix like apple cider vinegar with water, right? And it's supposed to like the acidity is supposed to help burn off the fat, but that'll just mess up your blood pH.
That's not how acid and pH levels work
Yeah.
at all.
It's just nasty at that point too.
And do you know what apple cider vinegar smells like?
Ass.
Straight booty.
It's like feet, not gonna lie, dude. It smells like nasty feet, dude. I haven't washed in like 2
And they
days
just
after
drink
a long
that
journey.
straight. It's like half water, half apple cider vinegar. Just mix and drink.
They're probably used to it, but that shit's, I don't know.
Also, for teenage girls especially, like I do understand that everyone wants to look phenomenal, but for teenage girls especially, it's really dangerous because, I mean, especially just teenagers in general, they're going through puberty, and if they interfere with their body in such a drastic way, like going on these fad diets, it'll do irreparable damage.
They're going through a development phase that they need
A lot of fuel and energy.
the
from it.
anything that they eat, they need it to, further develop, their body and themselves.
Yeah, like kids should just, or even teens, they should just eat normally, and like if they want to diet, they can try to, but again, like with some supervision, because otherwise they can take it way too far. Like it could lead to body dysmorphia, anorexia, or even like bigorexia, like where you're not big enough, or you're like your muscles aren't big enough.
Oh yeah, I've seen that a lot.
Yeah.
I know quite a couple people who are like, bro, I'm not big enough. I'm like, yo, chill.
No, oh well. At the end of the day, it's up to you guys on how you want to do this intermittent
don't
fasting.
get on a
and-
water diet, you fucking dummies.
Yeah, 50 Cent did it for a movie role, I believe, and that fucker got skinny as hell.
But
So-
probably regrets
It's
it.
probably for a different reason though.
Yeah.
Like I know Hugh Jackman, for when he wouldn't shoot his shirtless scenes in the Wolverine movie, he wouldn't eat for a whole day before. And that's obviously is tough and wrecked his body, but he's doing it for the purpose of making himself look super ripply and muscular for a camera. Don't use that as a diet. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, no one can maintain
He also
that type
wouldn't
of
drink
body.
water sometimes too for like a whole day.
Like if you look at Hugh Jackman, you can't, realistically for the average person, you can't maintain that. That's way too
No,
stressful.
he used way. There's so much. There's probably products he used. I'm not for sure, but he definitely ate a ton of food to do that type of thing and
Oh,
get
yeah.
that type of huge.
All right, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please check the links in the description for all of our content, and be sure to tune in next week for our next episode.